It is pretty amazing how quickly the volatility index has completely reversed. It took 15 sessions for the volatility index to go from basically 13 to 21. It took 13 days to go back to 13. Let's talk about what you need to know before the bell. Markets sold off a little bit yesterday in the morning, rallied back in the afternoon, kind of finished flat for the day. So again, another green candle day for the market. So again, this just continues to show there are buyers entering back into the market. So again, we saw a lot of kind of selling back in April, and we talked about how the fact that sellers live higher, buyers live lower, right? So remember we had this conversation up here. Sellers were being drug out to sell. Buyers were going, I'll pay you more for it, and sellers would come out and sell. Well, as soon as sellers had kind of sold and buyers no longer wanted to buy, the buyers were down here by the 100-day moving average. And so when markets got down, and we fell pretty quickly, there was this kind of air pocket in the market, as we had talked about, is that when we get to the point that buyers kind of evaporated, that we would have this kind of air pocket in the market until we found the next level where buyers were willing to buy stock. And that was around the 100-day moving average. Since then, it's been a nice little trending rally higher. It's not been exciting. But importantly here, it is pretty amazing how quickly the volatility index has completely reversed. It took 15 sessions for the volatility index to go from basically 13 to 21. It took 13 days to go back to 13. So we've completely round-trip volatility on this market advance. So again, all that temporary little spike of fear here just completely evaporated. But again, you've got to keep this in context. This looks like a huge spike in volatility, but if we step this out to a little bit longer trend, you can barely see it. So, even the fact that that volatility ticked up to 20 is like, oh my gosh, we're at 20. It was not a very big move at all. And again, completely evaporated here in just a few days. So again, just, this whole little bout of fear, this whole little concern about this sell-off, it's now over. The correction is over for now. And again, with buybacks starting back up, we have plenty of support for the markets at this point. Retail investors are starting to pile back in already into levered ETFs, into single stock ETFs, or single stock funds. So there are, that kind of greed factor is rapidly returning. The American Association of Individual Investors, bullish sentiment is rising pretty sharply here. So again, all the supports for a rally are now kind of back in place. So that correction now officially over. We're back into a bullish trend, at least for now. Just kind of keep managing your risk accordingly, as always. That's just always kind of, rule number one. All right, that's what you need to know before the bell this morning.